Welcome to the Madison Road Podcast. Today is Tuesday, November 14th, 2023. Today we're going to recap last night's Monday Night Football game, and then we'll look ahead to college football for tonight, college basketball, NBA, NHL recap yesterday, look at today. Same for soccer in terms of what's going on today. We'll give out a future for the portfolio, news and notes, and best bet. We'll start with Monday Night Football. It was a crazy result, to say the least, as the Broncos pull off the outright upset 24-22 over the Bills. The Broncos are right back in the mix in the AFC playoff picture. They're 4-5. Buffalo is 500, 5-5. Whew. That result was big for a lot of teams, including the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals, obviously. So Will Lutz, 36-yard field goal as time expired. So what a rally for Denver. They were down. It was a tie game. And then it went back and forth in the fourth quarter. And good for Denver. They've really turned the corner a little bit here. And they're not a bad team. They just got off to that bad start. And then they gave up 70 to Miami when Miami was rolling. Okay, now we'll move on to college football. We do have a couple of games tonight in action. So first up, at 7 o'clock on ESPN 2, Toledo Bowling Green. My line is Toledo 10, or Bowling Green. Wait, that doesn't make any sense to me. I have Bowling Green written 10.5. It's actually Toledo 4.5, total 52 and 7/20. And FanDuel has this at 9.5 and 51.5. I'm going to take Bowling Green getting the points. That's a lot of points. Next up, ESPNU, Western Michigan, Northern Illinois. I have Northern by 3, total 53 and 3/10. And it's 4.5 and 54.5. Very close numbers, but slight to Western Michigan. And the CBS Sports Network at 7 o'clock, also Akron, Eastern Michigan. I have Eastern by a whopping 13, total 43 and 3/4. And it's only 4.5, total 39.5. I'm laying it with Eastern Michigan. Akron's quarterback's been hurt most of the season. That is way too low. So I'm going to lay the points with Eastern Michigan. Okay, now I'll move on to college basketball. We'll go over the slate from last night and look ahead to today. Youngstown State over Ohio Christian, 99-71. Michigan over St. John's, 89-73. Number 12, Miami over FIU, 86-80. Penn upsets number 21, Villanova, 76-72. Tennessee Martin beats Nebraska, 90-72. Lemoyne beats SUNY Canton, 105-46. Louisiana Tech beats Lyon, 143. Charleston Southern beats Chehalis, 102-61. American beats Siena, 78-58. Presbyterian beats the Citadel, 71-64. Central Connecticut beats Farmington State, 99-42. Norfolk State beats Hampton, 75-68. Florida State beats Central Michigan, 94-67. FC State beats North Florida, 87-77. Duquesne beats Stony Brook, 85-63. Butler beats East Tennessee State, 81-47. UMass beats Conniviac, 102-81. Pitt beats Florida Gulf Coast, 86-74. Fairfield beats Mount St. Mary, New York, 92-45. South Carolina beats VMI, 74-64. Steve out of Boston beats Northwestern State, 96-70. Western Carolina beats Middle Tennessee, 66-64. Arkansas Pine Bluff beats Central Arkansas, 85-83. Number 3, Arizona beats Southern, 97-59. Number 6, Houston beats Stetson, 79-48. Number 14, Arkansas beats Old Dominion, 86-77. Missouri beats SIU Eversole, 68-50. Kansas State beats South Dakota State, 91-68. Northern Illinois beats Illinois Tech, 107-55. Lindenwood beats Hannibal, 83-52. McNeese beats Champion Christian, 110-46. Missouri State beats Oral Roberts, 84-69. Nebraska beats Rider, 64-50. Number 2, Purdue beats Xavier, 83-71. A&M Corpus Christi beats Dallas Christian, 104-45. UTEP beats Santa Barbara, 89-76. San Diego, UC San Diego, beats Laverne 116-57. Cal beats Bakersfield 83-63. And Pepperdine beats LIU 88-53. All right, now we will move on to a much larger slate for today. At 4 o'clock, we have North Dakota State and UC Davis. Projections here. I have UC Davis by 1. And FanDuel has it. Let's see what the line is. Of course, I don't see it on FanDuel. Let's see if DraftKings has it. If not, we have to look on Vegas Insider or something like that. Yes, 3.5 total of 146. I'm going to take North Dakota State getting the points. 6 o'clock, we can skip the next two. Shriner, Incarnate Word, and Penn State, York, UMBC. Fox Sports 1, Wisconsin, Providence. I have Providence by 4, and it's Wisconsin 1.5 total, 144.5. I'm going to take Providence plus the points and even money outright. Wofford at number 9 or number 7, Tennessee, with the new rankings out. I have Tennessee by a whopping 37, and it's 31. Total's 142. I'm going to lay the 31 with Tennessee. Carolina University, UNC Asheville, we can skip that. Bucknell, LaSalle, I have LaSalle by only a whopping 20.5, and it's 11.5. Total 141. I'll lay the points. All right, the big one, 7 o'clock. ESPN. Number 9, Duke. Number 18, Michigan State. To think that a week ago it was 2 versus 4. Now it's 9 versus 18. I project this as a pick'em. And Duke's a 4-point favorite. Totals 141. Give me Sparty plus the points and plus 145 outright. This is the loser of this game's gonna get a lot of heat. Listen. Maybe take back with the money line. But if this was at home, I would have picked them to win at the Breslin Center. But it's at the UC. But you would think at the UC that Michigan State would have more fans. I'm disappointed this isn't at the Garden. Like, the Garden deserves these games. All right. Next is Fox Sports 2, Mississippi Valley State at number 5, UConn. I have UConn by a whopping 59. And it's 42.5. I'm laying the points. Eastern Michigan at number 10, FAU. I have FAU by 39.5. And we got, let's see. I'm surprised I can't find this game. Eastern Michigan at FAU. Here we go. 26.5. I'm going to lay the points. Next couple weeks get Champion Christian Grambling, Columbia International against Wilmington, and Oglethorpe, Alabama State. Next up, we have Mercer Moorhead. I have Moorhead 10.5. And it's 4.5 totals, 134.5. I'll lay the points. Georgia Southern Jacksonville. I have Jacksonville 12.5. And it is, let's see, Jacksonville by 4. I'll lay the 4. And the total's 130. Bellarmine Chattanooga. I have Chattanooga by 14. And 6.5 total 145. I'll lay the points. DePauw, Northern Kentucky, we can skip. IPY Indiana State. I have Indiana State by a whopping 19. It's 16 149.5. I'll lay the points. Lipscomb, Tennessee Tech. I have Lipscomb by 11. And it's 2.5 totals, 148.5. I'll lay with Lipscomb on the road. Temple Drexel. So a Philly game. I have Drexel by a whopping 21. The Temple's probably favored. No, Drexel's giving 4.5 total 137. I'll lead the points with Drexel. Mid-Atlantic Christian, NC Central, you can skip. St. Fran, PA, Penn State. I have Penn State by a whopping 34.5. And it's 24.5 and 139.5. I'll lead the points. Oakland City, Ball State, we can skip. Bowling Green, Oakland. I have Bowling Green by 2.5. And it is Oakland 1.5 total 145.5. I'll take Bowling Green plus the 1.5 and even money outright. ACC Network, Colgate, Syracuse. I have Syracuse 10.5. And it is, let's see, 5 and 157.5. Oof, I'm gonna lay with Syracuse. That's low. Wagner, Rhode Island. I have Rhode Island by 15, and it is 9.5 to 136.5. I'll lay the points. High Point, Queens. I have Queens by 4. And it's 4 and total is 165.5. That's way too high of a total. Give me the under. Northeastern, Harvard. I have Harvard by 7. And it's 5, 134.5. I'll lay the 5. Hofstra, George Washington. I have George Washington by 10. And it's 3 and 160. Ooh, that's a high total. I'm going to lay the 3, though, with George Washington. Sacred Heart, Holy Cross, I have Pick'em. And it is Holy Cross by 1, total 144.5. I'm going to take the over. Toledo, Wright State, I have Wright State 8.5. And it is 2.5 and 163.5. I'll lay the 2.5. Stonehill, St. Joe's. I have St. Joe's by 30.5. And it is 18 to 141. I'll lay to 18. Florida A&M in Florida. I have Florida by a whopping 42 points. And it is 30 and 144. I'll lay the 30. Jacksonville State, West Virginia. I have West Virginia 31.5. And West Virginia is giving 9 total 138.5. I'll lay the 9. NCAT and Virginia. I have Virginia by a whopping 44. And it's 31 and 136. I'll lay the points. Brown, New Hampshire. I have Brown by 5 on the road. And it is 4 and 142. I'm going to take... Oh, that's hard. I like the under in that game. I low-key like the under in that game. 7:30 Heidelberg, Akron. We can skip. Boston University, Howard. Howard 6.5. And it's 10 and 148.5. Oh, I'm actually going to take BU plus the points. North Alabama, Mississippi State. I have Miss State 17.5, and it's 18.5 and 140. I like the over. UMass Lowell, Georgia Tech. I have Tech 3.5. It's 4.5 and 147.5. Under. A couple we can skip. Mississippi College, Sanford, Berry, Belmont. 8 o'clock Fox Sports 1. This is a good one. Number 4 Marquette and number 23 Illinois. I have Illinois as a 1-point home underdog. And they're favored by 1, total 147. I'll give you Marquette plus the 1 and minus 105 outright. I just think Marquette's a better team. Number 13 Texas A&M, SMU. I have A&M by 6.5. And it's 5.5 and 142. I like the over. Don't feel good about it though. South Alabama, number 22, Alabama. I have Alabama by 31. And Alabama is giving 19.5, total 152.5. I'll lay the points. A couple weeks ago, Flores, Northern Iowa, Tiffin, Southern Indiana, Fisk, Austin P. And then we have Prairie View and Abilene Christian. I have Abilene Christian by 19.5, and it is 14 and 142. I'll lay the points. Alcorn State, Arkansas State. I have Alcorn by 9, and it is Arkansas State by 9, total 151.5. This is like an underdog money line pick. I think Alcorn plus the 9 and whatever the money line is. UNT Greensboro, Vandy. Vandy by 1. I projected Vandy's 2.5 and 138. Don't feel good about it, but I like the over. Detroit Ole Miss. I have Ole Miss by a whopping 37. And it is 22.5 and 145.5. I like the points. Western Kentucky and Murray State. I have Western by 7.5. And it is I can't find that one. Western Kentucky. Yeah, here it is. Murray State 2.5 to 149. Give me Western plus 2.5 in the money line, whatever that comes out. Southwest Minnesota State, Drake, we can skip. Green Bay Valpo, I have Green Bay by a half, but Valpo's favored, I know that. And they're giving 4 total 136. Give me Green Bay plus the 4 and plus 145 outright. Cal State, Northridge, Chicago State. I have Northridge 15.5. Chicago State's favored by 1.5. That's ridiculous. Total 146. Give me CSUN plus the points in the money line. Colorado State, Northern Colorado. I have Colorado State by 17. And it's 11.5 total 155.5. I'll lay the points. Tarleton State, Bradley. I have Bradley by 14. And it's 9.5 total 133.5. I'll lay the points. Texas State and Oklahoma. I have Oklahoma by 24. And is 17 and 134. I'll lay the points. UTSA and Lamar. I have Lamar by 7. It's Lamar by 1. Total 147.5. I'll lay the points. Western Michigan, Northwestern. I have Northwestern 39.5. It's 23.5 and 136.5. I'll lay the points. What's around McNeese we could skip. Texas, Rio Grande, and TCU. I have TCU by 40, and it's 27.5 and 169.5. I'll lay the points. UIC, Loyola Chicago. I have Loyola Chicago by 34, and it's 12 and 142. I'll lay the 12. 3 we can skip. Reinhardt, Troy, Eastern Oregon at number 11, Gonzaga. And Western New Mexico State. All right, 9 o'clock on the Pac-12 network. Milwaukee at number 25, Colorado. Colorado is ranked. I have them by 28. And it is 18.5 and 155. I'll lay the points. Fox Sports 2, South Dakota, DePaul. I have DePaul by 13. And it's 9 and 153.5. I'll lay the points. Southern Utah and Utah State. I have Utah State 13, and it is 15.5 total 148.5. I'll take Southern Utah plus the points. Evergreen, Idaho, we can skip. Santa Clara, Stanford. I have Stanford 11. And it's 9 and 157.5. I'll lay the points. From the UC, number 1, Kansas. Number 17, Kentucky. My projection for this is Kansas by 7. I can't wait to see this line. It's 6 and 147.5. I kind of like the over, but I don't feel good about it. I Pacific Union Sac State we could skip. 10 o'clock Fox Sports 1. Iowa at number 8 Creighton. I have Creighton by 21. And it's 12 and 160.5. I'll lay the 12 of Creighton. Long Beach State and San Diego State. I have San Diego State by 10.5. And it's 13 to 147. I'll take Long Beach State getting the points. UMKC at number 15 Baylor. I have Baylor by a whopping 42.5. And it's 27 to 142.5. I'll lay the points. Jackson State, Loyola Marymount. I have Marymount 19.5. And it's 14 to 115.5. I'll lay the 14. App State, Oregon State. I have Oregon State by 6. And it's 2.5 and 133.5. I'll lay the points. 11 o'clock on the Pac-12 Network. UC Irvine at number 16 USC. I have USC by a whopping 34. And it's 12.5 and 149. And I'll lay the 12.5 with SC. Hawaii Hilo and Hawaii we can skip. Okay, now we'll move on to the NBA. We will recap the games from yesterday and look ahead to a busy night tonight in the association. Celtics beat the Knicks 114-98. Raptors beat the Wiz 111-107. Bucks beat the Bulls 118-109. Kings beat the Cavs 132-120. All right, in-season tournament group play. That's why the slate's loaded. I'm excited. These are monster games. 7 o'clock. Heat Hornets. This is East Group B. My projections Heat by 9, total 229.5. And it's 3.5 and 224.5. I'm going to lay the 3.5 with the Miami Heat, even though they don't have Tyler Herro. Hawks Pistons. This is East Group A. I have Hawks by 14.5, total 230 and 3/5. And it's 4 and 232. I'm going to lay the 4 with the Hawks on the road. Group A, Pacers, Sixers. I have Sixers by 9, total 239 and 3/5. And it's 5.5 and 240.5. I'm going to lay the 5.5 of Philly. Group C in the East, Magic Nets at 7:30. I have Magic 4.5, total 221 and 7/20. And it is Brooklyn 2.5, total 218. Do they not know that Brooklyn, like half of Brooklyn team's injured? Give me Orlando plus the 2.5 and plus 116. That's insane. All right, 7:30 TNT, Spurs Thunder. This is, I believe, West Group C, if I am not mistaken. Yup, West Group C. I have the Thunder by a whopping 21.5, total 233 and 3/5. And it's 9-237. I'm laying the 9. That's insane that they're not giving double digits. 8 o'clock, Mavs Pelicans. This is Group A. Group B. I have Mavs by 6, total 223.5, and it is 3.5 and 240. Oh, way under. That is way too high. Way too high. 9 o'clock, Blazers Jazz. This is Group A. I have the Jazz by 10, total 226 and 4/5. And it's 6.5 and 229. I'm going to take the Jazz minus the points. 10 o'clock TNT, Clippers Nuggets. So 2 Western Conference in-season tournament games. Clippers Nugs is Group B. I have the Nugs by 14, total 223.25, and it is 6 and 222.5. I'll lay the 6, even though Jamal Murray's not there. A good one, T-Wolves Warriors. This is Group C. I have Pick'em in 220 and 13/20, and it is 1.5 and 220.5. Very close. Slight lean Minnesota plus the points and plus 110. And last but not least, 10:30 Grizzlies Lakers from Crypto.com Arena. This is Group A in the West. I have Lakers by 17, total 224 and 4/5. And it's 5 and 226.5. I'm going to lay the 5 with the Lakers. That's a layup without Morant. All right, now move on to the NHL. We will recap the results from yesterday, look ahead to tonight's games. Oilers over the Islanders 4-1, and the Avs over the Kraken 5-1, so best bet loses. At least I hate with the Broncos. So 7 o'clock tonight, Bruins Sabres from Buffalo. So Bruins minus 154, Buffalo plus 128, over under 6.5, over is even money, under is minus 122. Bruins minus 1.5 is plus 152, Sabres plus 1.5 is minus 184. For this one, I'm going to go over. Flames Habs. Flames minus 152, Habs plus 126, over under 6.5, over is plus 102, under is minus 124. Flames minus 1.5 is plus 160, Habs plus 1.5 is minus 194. I like the over at plus money. Knights Caps. Vegas minus 150, Caps plus 130, over under 5.5, over is minus 134, under is plus 110. Vegas minus 1.5 is plus 155, Caps plus 1.5 is minus 188. Tough one, but I'm going to lay the puck line with the Vegas Golden Knights. Pens Jackets. Pens minus 140, Jackets plus 140, over under 6.5, over is minus 130, under is plus 106. Pens plus or minus 1.5 is plus 130, Columbus plus 1.5 is minus 160. This feels like an upset in the making. I know Pittsburgh's over 500 now, but I'm taking Columbus at plus 140, outright upset over Pittsburgh. Lightning Blues at 8. Lightning minus 140, Blues plus 116, over under 6.5, over is minus 8, under is minus 112. Bolts minus 1.5 is plus 168, Blues plus 1.5 is minus 205. I like the over, don't feel good about it though. ESPN plus Hulu, Ducks Preds. Preds minus 166, Ducks plus 138, over under 6.5, over is plus 106, under is minus 130. Ducks plus 1.5 is minus 170, Preds minus 1.5 is plus 140. The Ducks are playing better than the Preds this year, and the Preds are only a big favorite because of the goalie. I'm going to take the Ducks plus 138 outright. Juicy Saros, that's his name. I almost said Becker right now. Coyote Stars. Stars minus 196, Coyotes plus 162, over under 6.5, over is plus 104, under is minus 124. Coyotes plus 1.5 is minus 144, Stars minus 1.5 is plus 120. I'm going to go Stars puck line. Devils Jets. Jets minus 126, Devils plus 105, over under 6.5, over is minus 104, this is minus 118. Devils plus 1.5 is minus 225, Jets minus 1.5 is plus 184. I like the over. And last but not least, 10:30, ESPN plus and Hulu, Panthers Sharks. Panthers minus 255, Sharks plus 205, over under 6.5, over is minus 112, under is minus 108. Panthers minus 1.5 is minus 102, Sharks plus 1.5 is minus 118. I would same game parlay the Panthers puck line, the over. But I have to give out one, and the one I'm going to give out is the over, only because I think there's a possibility with the Panthers up 2 with the empty net, and the Sharks score a garbage time goal to make it a 1-goal game and to potentially get the over. Okay, now I'll move on to soccer. We do have some soccer events going on. And one of them is the under 17 World Cup. So we'll go over the results from the weekend up until Monday, and then we'll do we'll look ahead a little bit. So Friday, Morocco over Panama 2-0, Mali over Uzbekistan 3-0, Spain over Canada 2-1, Ecuador, Indonesia 1-1 draw. Saturday, Japan over Poland 1-0, England over New Caledonia 10-0, Iran over Brazil 3-2, Senegal over Argentina 2-1, Sunday, Venezuela over New Zealand 3-0, France over Burkina Faso 3-0, U.S. over South Korea 3-1, and Germany over Mexico 3-1. And then Monday, Spain over Mali 1-0, Ecuador over Morocco 2-0, Uzbekistan over Canada 3-0, and then Panama, Indonesia 1-1 draw. All right, not final yet. Brazil and New Caledonia and Senegal, Poland. And then this morning we have Iran at England and Japan against Argentina. And then Wednesday morning it's Mexico, Venezuela, U.S. against Burkina Faso at 4, and then 7 o'clock Wednesday morning, France, South Korea, New Zealand, Germany. We have the Carabao Cup. Is it the Carabao Cup or is it the there's something big going on, but I'm trying to find what is going on. I thought it was the Carabao Cup, but I know there is something going on in soccer today, which is why all the big leagues aren't playing. Oh, it's the English FA Cup. So it was close enough. So we don't have a lot of time to give out picks, but I'll just go over it. So 2:30 Horsham and Bransley, 2:45 Accrington, Stanley, Donchester, Birdseye, Port Vale, Derby County and Crewe, Alexandra, Forest Green and Scarsborough, Grimsby Town and Slowtown, Salford City and Peterborough, and York City and Chester FC. And in Spanish Copa del Rey, at 2 o'clock we have Argentina and Real Zaragoza. And then the English EFL Trophy today too. 2 o'clock Blackpool, Morecambe, Carlisle United, Harrogate Town, Reading, Arsenal under 21, Shrewsbury Town and Walsall, Stevenage and Crystal Palace U21, Tranmere and Wigan, Stockport County and Bolton, and then 2:45 Newport County and Bristol Rovers. Okay, now we'll go to the portfolio. Because yours truly hit a nice little parlay. She has some room to spare with portfolio. Excuse me. So we are halfway through the NFL season. And there's a couple of season awards and divisions that I have my eyes on. There's a player in the NFL who's one of the elites in the game that is 17-1 to win the NFL MVP award. He's the second best quarterback in all football. He's the best quarterback in his own division. And this is technically his third full season in the league because his rookie year he tore his ACL. The gentleman's name is Joe Burrow. He is 17-1 to win the MVP. I'm laying a whole unit on it. I love this. And there would be a nice hefty payout too. So give me Joe Burrow 17-1 to win the MVP. A whole unit. Laying the hammer down, baby. Joey Burrow. Please, please, please. And part of this is also a hedge on my Steelers AFC North bet as well that I made a while ago. I mean, conceivably, both could happen. What if the Steelers win the division, the Bengals are the 5 seed, but Joe Burrow is amazing and wins the MVP. I mean, you never know. I mean, that's unlikely, but like I said, part of that is a hedge on the Steelers bet as well. Because the Ravens are just ridiculously overvalued at this point. Okay, now I'll move on to the news and notes for today. So Trayvon Diggs shades the Bills as Trayvon says he wants his brother out of Buffalo. Yikes. The Manning cast was going nuts during that Monday Night Football finish. Peyton, Eli, and Kyle Brandt reacted live to the Bills' collapse. Apparently Patrick Mahomes predicted the Broncos upset. That's crazy. The Saints to sign Jason Pierre-Paul, as he tells Josina Anderson. Arthur Smith expected to remain in Atlanta through the end of the season. I personally think there's a possibility he gets fired after the season. Patriots cut 4th round pick of 2022, Jack Jones, played 10 snaps in week 10. Yikes. Saints players injured. Michael Thomas with the knee injury, Marshawn Lattimore ankle have fairly significant injuries that are not season ending. I mean, the latter part's good, but obviously the former part is not good. So Jim Harbaugh says that Michigan is America's team, as he thinks the Wolverines should be praised for winning through adversity. Harbaugh has a point. They're winning through adversity. They do deserve credit. But guess what? You're going to be punished. Just deal with it. Bo Nix is now the Heisman favorite. Jaden Daniels is second at plus 320, and Michael Penix Jr. is at plus 380. Wonder what Jordan Travis's odds are. They're undefeated, and that was my preseason long shot pick. The men's college basketball AP poll is out. And Kansas is still number 1. 2 through 5 is Purdue, Arizona, Marquette, UConn. 6 through 10, Houston, Tennessee, Creighton, Duke, FAU. 11 through 15, Gonzaga, Miami, A&M, Arkansas, Baylor. 16 through 20, USC, Kentucky, Michigan State, Texas, North Carolina, Villanova. 21. And 22 through 25 is Alabama, Illinois, James Madison. Good for them. In Colorado. Others receiving votes: Memphis, Virginia, St. John's, UCLA, TCU, San Diego State, BYU, St. Mary's, Mississippi State, Iowa State, Wisconsin, Auburn, Weber State, Michigan, Drake, Clemson, Boise. Dropped from the rankings, obviously, San Diego State and St. Mary's. A ton of NBA stuff. The Nuggets extend Michael Malone, making him one of the league's highest paid coaches. Good for him. R.J. Barrett did not play last night against the Celtics due to a migraine. Yikes. De'Aaron Fox came back for the Kings against the Cavs last night. OG Anunoby missed the game against the Wizards as he cut his finger doing chores. Oh my God. Damian Lillard came back tonight or last night, but he had his minutes monitored. Jay Crowder out 8 weeks as he'll undergo surgery for adductor and abdominal tear. Not great. A lot of baseball stuff. The Yankees hired James Rowson as their hitting coach as he officially joined Aaron Boone's staff. We talked about that possible hire the other day and how uninspiring that was. Shohei Ohtani opened a short-term contract as he may see contract with exceedingly high average in fewer years. That's going to get a lot of other teams in play for that. Brian Cashman was pessimistic about Giancarlo Stanton's injuries, as he should be. The Brewers are promoting bench coach Pat Murphy to replace Craig Counsell. That's not surprising. Aaron Nola is eyeing the Braves and the Cardinals. Oof. Imagine him going to the Braves. That would be an FU to the Phillies. Josh Hader's a free agent, and the Rangers and the Phillies are on top of the list for him. The Rangers would be a great ad. Listen, they need help in their bullpen, the Rangers. They won the World Series kind of in spite of the bullpen. So Hader on that team would really improve their chances to repeat. Okay, the baseball awards. The rookies of the year were announced, and yours truly was correct. Corbin Carroll in the National League and Gunnar Henderson in the American League. So congrats to those players. Both players were unanimous, so that is not surprising. So tonight they announced Manager of the Year. Your finalists for the Managers of the Year in the National League is Craig Counsell, Skip Shoemaker, and Brian Snitker. In the American League, it's Bruce Bochy, Kevin Cash, and Brandon Hyde. I think in the National League, Skip Shoemaker will win it because the Marlins were a surprising entry in the playoffs this season, and I think that he'll get the credit for it. So I'm going to say Shoemaker wins, Craig Counsell second, and then Brian Snitker third. And on the other side in the American League, ooh, this is a hard one. I'm going to say Brandon Hyde wins, Bruce Bochy second, even though the Rangers swept the O's in the playoffs, but it's a regular season award. So I'm going to say Hyde wins, but I don't feel good about it. You can't go wrong with Bochy either. Those are your clear top two, and Kevin Cash is going to be in a distant third. That's my guess. I'm going to say Hyde, Bochy, Cash in the American League, although Bochy, Hyde, Cash will not surprise me at all. All right, best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. I am going to go to the NBA in-season tournament, and I'm going to lay the 9 with the Thunder against the Spurs. I'm going to lay a half unit on. I feel pretty good about the Thunder here at home. So I'm going to lay the 9 with Oklahoma City against the Spurs in tonight's game in the first of the two on TNT. That's it for the show. I'll be back tomorrow recapping everything. Look at everything tomorrow. We have another golf tournament to do and make a pick for that as well. And then we have the reality TV shows tomorrow night as well. Hope you guys have a great day, everybody.